Drake, if you listening to this, homie, listen to me. Shine.
Bars. Damn.
Can we finally admit that Rick Ross is weird?
Why? Why do you say that?
It's a beautiful morning, perfect time to feed yourself the knowledge.
What's good, everybody? Hope y'all doing all right, because listen to this. Rick Ross is back making noise again. But hold up. The energy around this whole situation feels very different now than it did a few weeks ago. Let's really be honest here for a second, because during the entire week leading up to ICEMAN, Rick Ross looked like he was low-key trying to backtrack and soften the tension with Drake. Every interview Ross was doing in the media started sounding less aggressive and more like somebody trying to work his way back into Drake's good graces without fully saying it out loud. From him claiming he didn't want to see Drake lose, which, girl, nobody really believed considering everything that already happened between them, the whole thing started coming off a little suspicious to a lot of fans online.
Drake, if you listening to this, homie, listen to me. Shine. I don't want to see you lose. No real want to see you lose. This culture, this game, this rap shit, this ain't what it's about. I don't want to see you lose.
Now listen to this. Rick Ross already knew there was a strong chance he was going to catch a diss on ICEMAN. And honestly, from the outside looking in, it felt like the pressure was definitely getting to him a little bit. The last thing anybody wants to hear, especially in the rap game, is that somebody known for making massive hit records is about to dedicate bars toward you on a major release. Girls, news like that alone can have somebody stressed for months, because one wrong song can completely flip public opinion overnight and ruin your whole momentum. But once ICEMAN finally dropped last night and Ross realized the shots toward him were really just light jabs instead of a full-blown attack, hold up, his confidence instantly came back. Soon after that, Rick Ross jumped right onto Instagram, started reacting to negative comments about Drake's album, and basically went right back into full trolling mode again. He even started throwing slick remarks around implying Drake is officially washed now, which tells me Ross clearly feels way more comfortable after hearing what was actually said on the project.
Bars. Damn. Niggas say 3 albums are trash albums, 2 years too late. What site is this? Complex? The Glazer University. Oh my God, I've been a long fan. Oh my God. Mr. YouTube. Fuck a big 3 anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. Bars. Come on, guys, stop. Y'all let's all leave Lil Man's alone now, man. He did it. He dropped 3 mid projects. Hey, man, it was fun while it lasted. You're washed. R.I.P. to the Drake stans. Can only imagine what that feels like. Well, I really couldn't. But for those that didn't know, I was a big boy making big boy records when homie was on Degrassi. Now, back to the big business. My new book is in stores and everywhere books at. I want to thank everybody that's been showing love.
Now hold up, Rick Ross didn't stop there at all, because once he got rolling again, it looked like he was ready to respond to everybody who had something to say about him this week. After Rory Farrell and Jamil Mal Clay called him weird and criticized some of his behavior earlier in the week, Ross clearly took notice and seemed ready to fire right back with that same trolling energy.
Can we finally admit that Rick Ross is weird?
Why? Why do you say that?
And I know this is
you saying finally admit like we've been like holding that in. Like, what you mean finally admit? Like,
well, we did talk about this in the beginning after the Like That thing and the 20v1 started. And I know we are the Drake Bias podcast, but I'm speaking from a very objective place. We didn't put enough light into how weird it was that Rick Ross entered into that rap beef.
Yes,
what did you have to, like, why are you in this whole thing? And then you came up with an excuse that it was because Drake didn't clear his verse for French Montana's album, which made all the sense in the world because everyone was waiting for Drake to say something in the biggest moment, and it wasn't about to be a verse he did 10 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then French Montana is sitting next to him going like, nah, I was fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what the fuck are you doing, Rick Ross?
But
you're finding any way to just get in this shit, and now you're telling, yo, I want to see you win, homie. Shut up. Shut up. He's one of my favorite rappers. He's hilarious. His discography is incredible. But that's some weirdo. Like, that's super weird.
Yeah, but
is that not weird?
We knew what that was in the moment, though. We said that. We said it was weird for him to do that. We said he was trying to capitalize at the moment. He shot a video for the song with a bunch of Bel Air around him. Like, people were trying to capitalize in the moment. Like, we knew what that was. We knew what that moment.
Okay.
It was a moment.
No,
People were trying to capitalize.
The thing. Even if it's petty reasons, I understand the Metro thing and there's women involved, Weekend, there's exes involved, and maybe Drake fucked someone's baby mother, or there's some slimy shit going on with women, because that's usually how things get to this point. Rick Ross said, oh, he didn't clear a verse for French, so fuck him. I'm in this now. After he gave me all my #1 records.
Yeah, I mean,
that's like that. Everyone else, I understood why, even if it wasn't a great reason, I understood why the 20v1 existed and everything in the history with Drake and certain artists. Rick Ross, who's his mans, just entered into that beef because he wanted to. I guess I'm saying it was called out, but it wasn't highlighted enough in that whole thing of why is Rick Ross doing this. So when he gets and is talking to Ebro, what was his quote? We want to see you win, homie. Like, shut up.
Well, he can't say he want to see Drake win. No, nobody can backpedal because there's a lot of that going on right now. Niggas can't slide.
I don't want to see you lose, fam.
Well, I think it was deeper than that. I think because he was on that record with French, I believe.
No, the leak exists. You can YouTube that shit now. It's just Drake and French.
Oh, so Ross wasn't on it? Because I originally thought Ross was on that record.
Even if he was, okay.
Yeah, but if he was, it would
French
help.
Don't even care.
I know French doesn't care, but I'm just saying if he was, we know what that's about. It helps the artist streams at the end of the year. It looks good. We knew what that whole play was about. And this is what I said when I said people need Drake. They need him. They don't stream well without him. Rappers don't stream well without hit records. And who's giving people more hits than anybody else in rap? Drake. So now when I'm not giving you the verse that I used to give you because I'm doing other things.
They have like 7 classic records together.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Drake would have wanted to continue to work with Rick Ross.
At some point, yes. But if Ross needs it right now,
on
and he's
a French
like
Montana album?
Yeah, but if Ross needs a verse right now and he needs to stream this year, his numbers this year, he needs those streams, then you can see why a rapper would feel some type of way if you giving 21 all these verses in an album, you giving Sexy Red, you giving this person, that and then I can't get one. You can see how some people will then show their true colors and be like,
or you explain it, the weirder it is.
I understand. I understand. But the weirder part to me is during the verses, when he's doing Drake's records or the records that he has with Drake, he doesn't want to let Drake's part play, but Drake had to clear those songs to be performed at the verses, which is, I don't know if people know that or not. Like Drake had to clear those songs so that they are able to be performed.
Which, by the way,
if he's clearing it, meaning he's like, all right, cool, whatever. Like even after you dissed him and did all of that, Drake ain't act salty and be like, nah, fuck that. Like you can't.
Oh, please don't do that.
What? He cleared the song because they performed the record.
I would have too. And Drake is petty and has every right to be petty. He didn't clear that out of good faith and good love for hip hop.
I didn't say that.
He did that. He cleared those to show all the other rappers, you can't do a verses without the songs that I gave you.
Obviously, but then why not?
That was a petty reason, not a good-hearted one.
No, for sure. But then why not just let my hook play there?
Well, no, that's also,
at that point.
That's really why I'm highlighting this, is outside of just what he said with Ebro. I thought that was corny as fuck that Ross did that based off their history and how weird it was for him to enter that. Like, I could see it. People do that if there's some real bad history there. There isn't that history. Yeah. You're just weird. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, the fuck did he do to you?
Right. Yeah, but a lot of that was weird in that moment. Well, we know that now looking back 2 years. Like, we know a lot of the things that happened was weird. A lot of the things that was said was weird. A lot of things felt like it came out of nowhere. What was that for? What issue does this person have with him? Like, it was a lot of that going on, but it was also a moment for people to try to capitalize and try to, gain whatever they could out of the moment. Like, and we said that when he jumped in and we was like, yo, bro, like I even said it, Ross, I was like, yo, Ross, just fall back. This ain't the time for that right now. Like, I remember saying like, yo, this is a one-on-one, like we don't really need that right now. We don't care about what that is. Like, we could do that after. It just didn't feel right. It felt like you was trying to get in on it and capitalize.
It's a beautiful morning, perfect time to feed yourself the knowledge. The knowledge. What's that? Rory and Mal, get off your knees. Get the testicles out of your mouth now. I don't know which one, the white one or the black one. Y'all both the same. Rory Mal, the Glazers. The Glazers. How y'all feel now? You know, Drake just committed suicide. I'm sure he'll retire next month. How is his lawsuit doing? How is the Drake University lawsuit coming? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I didn't listen to YouTube, man, last night. I'm just going by what you guys say. But once again, we up again, baby. It's the biggest boss.
Where's Iceman? There's Iceman. The throat goats are in the building, guys.
Now, the funny thing about all of this is that Rory Farrell and Jamil Mal have actually shown love to Rick Ross plenty of times before if you've really been paying attention to their podcast. Mal especially has defended Ross and vouched for him on multiple occasions. But listen to this. Just like most people in the media, the second somebody says one negative thing about you, suddenly that's the only comment you remember. Now, like y'all already saw in the clip, Ricky Ross is out here heavily promoting his new book while also gearing up to drop an album on June 12th. So hold up, all of this extra trolling could also be part of the rollout strategy. At the end of the day, controversy keeps your name moving through the algorithm, gets people talking online, and basically turns every debate into free promotion, whether fans realize it or not. But honestly, maybe it's just me, there's still a part of me that feels like Rick Ross low-key wants to patch things up with Drake at some point. Even with all the trolling and slick comments happening online, I feel like hearing that verse may have reminded Ross about the history they actually built together in the studio. Not only does his guy, French Montana, still rock heavily with Drake, but Ross also knows they created some classic records together that people are probably going to replay forever. And girl, when you made timeless hits with somebody, it's hard to completely ignore that connection, no matter how messy things get publicly. That's why when Ross basically hinted that French Montana should get everybody on the phone, it almost sounded like he was quietly leaving the door open to squash the beef. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think Ricky Ross only started trolling again because he realized he was safe after ICEMAN dropped? And what did y'all think about those shots aimed at Rory and Mal? Also, do y'all feel like the criticism toward them was deserved, or did Ross take things too personally this time around? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel for more updates and content like this.